Hey guys, this is Fireater from Psychic Platypus, and today we're going to be playing Smite. Now, Smite is a MOBA game, and it's quickly become one of my favorites. It's based around the concept of third-person MOBA game, which is, to me at least, fairly new to the genre. I've played other MOBA games like Dota 2 and whatnot, but this is the first one that I've really gotten into, and I think it's due to that third-person shift. It makes the action a little bit more engaging, faster paced, and I really like it. But that is one of the biggest differences between Smite and other MOBA games, and that's that it is third person. The other big difference is that you play gods from a bunch of different mythologies, 7, I believe, and you make a roster out of gods and whatnot. And I love that. I love mythology. I love, researching myths and whatnot. So to me, that's just awesome. To be able to play my favorite gods from legends about them. It's just really cool. It also adds depth to the game, because you're not just playing, a creation by the people who made the game. I mean, these are stories that go back thousands of years. So it's really cool. I would also suggest it to new players to new people joining the MOBA genre, in that I think it's a little bit easier to learn than some of the other MOBA games. It's a bit easier to grasp, and that's why I gravitated towards it. But it still has enough complexity to it to be a rewarding process of learning it. So in this, how you get your gods is more like in League of Legends. You start out with a small roster, and they do a monthly rotation of free gods. So that way you can try out gods, see if you want to buy them or not. But that way you don't get, you don't have the whole roster available to you, and you don't just have to be like, oh, I gotta play every single one. You learn the core mechanics, and you move on from there. Unlike in Dota 2, which is another reason I say it's a bit more complex, is where you have the whole breadth of gods available to you. And it's daunting. It's like a task that you have to undertake to play and learn every single god. In this, you just learn what you like, then you buy the gods you like, and then that's pretty much it. And then of course you can customize your gods just like in all MOBA games or characters. But those are the main differences. There's other stuff that's different from other MOBA games, maybe a smaller item library, but those are the two big things, third person and mythology-based characters. So, again, a lot of information about it, trying to compress it as quickly as possible. Let's go ahead and get queued up for a game, and we're going to be doing Joust, which is a 3 versus 3, 1 lane. But yeah, today we're going to be basically operating under the assumption you know what a MOBA is. Because if you're looking at this game and you're trying to research it, I mean, clearly you've encountered MOBAs before, or you're going to be learning about MOBAs during this experience. But today we're going to be operating on the assumption that you know a little bit about them, like you know what lanes, minions, towers, you know what those are and what they do. But those are pretty much the only assumptions we're going to be making. I'll go over some of the broad details as we play, showing you how the camps work and whatnot. But Joust is a little bit of a streamlined version of a regular match. It's only got 1 lane versus the normal 3, 2 less players than normal. So it goes by a little bit faster, and it's a really good type for beginners to learn, because it's harder to mess up, because I mean, it doesn't matter which lane you go on because there's only one. So, and it kind of forces cooperation. So it's a great game type for beginners. So, yep. Just gotta let everyone get queued up, and we're gonna be in a match soon. But yeah, great game for beginners, great game type for beginners. I myself just found this fairly recently, so bear with me. I might get a few of the details wrong. But while we're waiting, what should we go over? Well, another one of the differences between a normal MOBA game is, I believe, in this, there's a type of tower called a Phoenix, which is the last line of defense between your team and the enemy Titan. And unlike a normal tower, once it's destroyed, it will respawn eventually. So the enemy team can go from having no towers to all their towers in just a few minutes. Which, it's really helpful if, you know, you're losing, but you manage to have a second push and you can hold them off for a few minutes. You can kind of get your wind back. This helps to balance a little bit the rich get richer nature of MOBA games. That's kind of to help combat that. They also heal over time, so if you damage one and then back off, it'll heal that damage up eventually. So, yeah. Gonna be playing against the computer today. A little bit of a skirmish is breaking out. Waiting on our minions to show up. Oh, there they are. Yeah. But MOBA games by their very nature are a bit slow. Now, Joust usually runs about 20 to 30 minutes depending on the type of team you're fighting. Conquest, which is kind of the standard game type, usually only runs around 40 minutes, but can, you know, take an hour depending on what type of team you're fighting. So, but yeah. Gonna have to back off here. Getting a little too aggressive. Okay. Now, it's gonna take a while to bring down that tower. So, bear with me. But let me go over something about a tower real quick with you. Now, when you're fighting an enemy god, if they're in the range of the tower, that demonstrated by that line, and you attack them, see like I'm doing right now, you will automatically be targeted by the tower. Which is, you know, great for you if you need to run away, like what I'm doing right now, but not so great if you're trying to attack the enemy god, and they're next to the tower. So that can be a real pain in the butt, but you know, I think that's in other mobile games, but just wanted to go over it in case it's not. Now, the Titan in this, which is, again, the goal of the game, is to destroy the enemy Titan. In this, the Titan, I believe, will regenerate slowly over time, but if you kill it, you win the game, so you don't have to worry about it resurrecting. In most game types that there is a Titan, sometimes there aren't Titans in certain game types, but in the game types that there are, the Titan is either extremely powerful or invulnerable if you don't have the other structures in front of it taken down. So, that's something to watch out for. Looks like we're going to bring this tower down shortly. Maybe not. Okay. Let's see if we can't try and make something happen here. Alright. I think we're going to maybe we're going to do it. Oh, I think we are. Awesome. Got that tower down. Ooh, I got killed. Well, we brought that tower down, but I have a feeling it's going to take a little bit of time for us to get to the Phoenix. But I'll check back in with you. We're making a push towards the Phoenix, just waiting on some minions. So yeah, thought I'd touch on one of the aspects of it being a third person, which I didn't really go over earlier. Now, because it's third person, this means you actually have to aim. Which in most MOBA games, the most you have to aim is with like burst attacks, and that's really just centering them where you want them. But in this, you have to actually aim both your basic attacks and your powers, so that means the enemy can actually dodge. So it adds a little bit of skill to it, like how well can you dodge, you know. So, yeah, we went ahead and destroyed their Phoenix, it looks like. Sorry to show it to you. But one of the things about this game, which I'll show you once I respawn, is that when you destroy the enemy Phoenix, all minions that spawn in that lane, because remember in some game types there's more than one lane, all the minions will be what's known as super minions. They'll have more health and do more damage, which, you know, is really helpful making the push towards the Titan, because now they can overwhelm the enemy minions and actually, you know, be helpful. So, yeah. One of the ways you can tell a super minion from a regular minion is that super minions have flaming weapons, which, as, look, there's they are, flaming weapons. See, I'm not lying to you, flaming weapons. But that also means that if left unattended, with no god's interference, the minions will eventually, and I mean eventually, kill the Titan by overwhelming all other minions and just attacking it on their own. Now, it'll take a while, to be sure, but it is possible. So yeah. But now we're gonna be making a push towards their Titan, which is that big fella right there. Titans are really strong. So, as you can see, he's doing a lot of damage to me. Might be able to kill him, might not, really depends. Well, I mean, in this push. We're definitely gonna kill him. But, it's whether or not it's in this push or not is the question. But considering our luck, I think we might actually be able to kill him. Oh, and again, to prove I wasn't lying, the Phoenix just respawned while we were fighting the Titan, which is quite incredible. But I'm gonna go ahead and check back with you once we are close to killing the Titan, so that way you can see what that looks like. Check back with you in a few minutes. Looks like we're just about to kill a Titan. Well, as soon as we revive, that is. Made a failed push, and their Phoenix came back again as well. But considering the health of the Phoenix and the Titan, one more push should kill it. And you should have a front row seat to that. Yep. They're making a push towards it right now. I'm gonna have to catch up, or else Cupid's gonna do all the work. Don't want that to happen. Looks like Cupid's gonna die. But we're right here, and considering the Titan's health, again, shouldn't take too long. Just a few hits. Yes! Got it at the last second. A few more hits and I would have been dead. But yeah, that was just a quick game of Smite. A little tutorial, let you see some of what it's about. Just to express my feelings about the game, because I really like the game. I mean, it's one of my favorite games currently. I just love it. So, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, like and subscribe. See you again next time. We should be playing a game of Conquest. This is Fireater signing out for Psychic Platypus. Have a nice